Hello, city building tubers, and welcome to Let's Play Banished with me, BlueAnkylo. So, I've never actually played this game before. It's one of those relatively small sort of city building, well, it's got its own little story, but it's one of those games, kind of like SimCity a little bit. And I've been watching it sort of for a while. I believe it's developed by just a single guy that did all of this stuff, artwork and the programming and all that, so that's pretty cool. And it looks... I really like the looks of it, so I thought I'd share my experiences with you guys. So I haven't played it yet. I'll just be learning as I go along, and there's no mods or anything. There are mods, but I haven't installed any. So we'll just get going and we'll see how it goes. You know, just have some fun, basically. So, you know, if you know what you're doing, I'm sure you can play on harder settings. We'll go with like medium and medium. And sure, we'll let disasters happen, and we'll just medium it up. Because this is my first time playing, I don't want it to be totally impossible, and it's certainly possible for us to lose our city, depending on how things go. We will need to rename it, though, at the very least. Town name, I think AnkyloVille. That's a little bit extravagant. I don't know if we're ever going to get that big. Let's go AnkyloVille. Alright, AnkyloVille will work. And yeah, I mean, we'll see how it goes. Medium settings, we start with 5 families, clothing, wood, food, firewood, yada yada yada. If you play on, like, harder, I believe you don't get any seeds, you get less stuff. If you play on easy, you get more people, more stuff. I'll just start on normal, and we'll see how it goes, basically. Also, I think the music's quite lovely. Hopefully you guys can hear it as we play along. It's quite nice. And the graphics, I think some of the snow and rain effects are really quite nice. So, be on the lookout for nice-looking snowy environments. So, first off, spacebar pause the game. Okay, so let's have a look at what we've got. We're gonna have to build something here. Looks like we've got quite a lot of forest and rocks and stuff. Relatively flat in that area. We got some like hills here, sort of mountainy areas. I don't think you can change the point of view to tilt up or down as far as I know so far, but you can zoom in and out and all that. We got some nice little water. I think you can get trade over rivers, although I don't know if that's a big enough river, to be honest. Also fishing and stuff like that. This is probably the river we want to trade on, I bet you. Bet you that's the one. We got a little lake down there. Very nice. Look at this place. Yeah, I could see having a little cottage by the lake. I wish I could tilt the camera a little bit more so you could see a good view. But yeah, I mean, we got that. So there's lots of stuff to build, and we'll get to all this as we go along. First off, you know, we got our timer where we can pause, we can play on higher speeds. Very reminiscent of how SimCity works. And because the interface is very sparse by default, I think we want to load up some screens. These are all also tabbed with the number keys, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is increased priority for a specific area, I think. So your people will focus on that. 7 shows the path. Okay, I think after we've built some stuff, you'll see who's living where and working where and all that. Yeah, it's not like SimCity. People actually have to live in the same house and go to the same job. They don't just go to whatever house is most available. Isn't that crazy thinking? Sorry, I have to make a small dig at SimCity every now and then. There's also, these are like, if you play Dwarf Fortress, these are, what are they called? The hotkeys to different zones. So, for instance, we should probably set up one at our home base here at 1. And now whenever I press the Z key, it will it'll zip me over to there. And we'll set those up in special areas. And, you know, theoretically, we have a whole table of contents for helping, and we'll see. If I need to look something up, it's kind of cool. The game's got a little wiki inside of it. So, what do we do first? Well, I mean, let's have a look at our people and what we've got. We start with a storage barn. We've got some hide coats. Actually, first, sorry. Let's get a little bit of information. So we're going to want, like, basic town stuff. Season, number of people. We've got 10 adults, 6 children. It's 37. I think maybe I forgot to change... Hold on a second here. I would like the game to display in Celsius. Yes, that's better. I'd have no idea what Fahrenheit numbers are. Sorry, Americans and whoever other countries use the imperial system. Celsius. It's 2 degrees. It's pretty cold. Not quite freezing, but certainly a cold day to be out standing around. Chilly, I guess you might call it. So, yeah, we got temperature. It's clear, though. This is our update. People want houses, so maybe I'll build some houses first. We've got some logs already. We've got some firewood already. We've got lots of food. A little bit of stone. Got no coal. No medicine. That sounds bad. No clothes. That could be a problem. Oh, sorry. 30 clothes. I didn't see that. 40 tools. Tools, I think, just make people work faster and stuff. A little bit of iron. No alcohol. What kind of dwarf fortress is this if we don't even start with alcohol? People are happy and healthy. Alright, so that's important. We'll probably leave that screen there all the time. This is the log. It's probably a good idea to have on screen all the time. I like the fact that the interface is all customizable and movable like this. Pop-up notifications. Disaster I think we want to keep disaster notification on. Death by old age. I want to know when people die by old age. That's important. Sure. Okay, well, we'll just keep the event log down there so we can see what's going on, or maybe I'll find somewhere else I want to put it, but for now that'll be fine. This is our little map. I don't think we'll need it. It does give you a quick way to move around. The 3 key enables that. So I might just pop that up and then use that to get around quicker. Oh, look, some deer! We'll kill you guys soon, don't worry. Okay, so that's my plan with the map. Then Z to go back to base. What else do we got in here? 4 is the job chart. We're going to be using this. I guess I'll put it in the top right for now. We'll fill up the corners first so you can mostly see the beautiful graphics. But, I mean, these are all the different jobs, and right now we just have 10 laborers. We're definitely going to need builders to get anything actually built pretty soon. And then we'll divvy it up with other stuff as we build buildings. Limits for storage. I don't think this is the kind of one I need up all the time, but we can use this to change like how much people will produce so that they'll only carry 5,000 food. We could cut that down or whatever, or ramp it up probably as we get bigger and bigger. That's fine, and that's all we really need. Okay, so like I said, I don't really know what I'm doing so much, so forgive me while we just start out. I know we can collect, like, rocks and trees and stuff. Although we have quite a good supply right off the bat. I mean, 120 logs. A wooden house takes 16 logs. So we can actually build quite a few houses right now. Stone houses are probably better. I would rather live in a stone house than a wood house, probably. But they're definitely more expensive. They're 50% more wood, way more stone, and even metal, I believe, is the other icon there. So, we'll probably start with wooden. We got boarding houses. That's a lot of wood. I don't know. I could build, like, 7 houses or so. I mean, maybe you should start with a boarding house, but I think we can afford to just start with normal houses. We've got roads and stuff. Dirt roads. Stone roads. Take stone, of course. We got wooden bridges. We got tunnels, very nice. So, like, theoretically, we could tunnel through this hill if we want to. I don't think people can walk over them or something like that. We've got storage barns. So, technically, this is a storage barn. And this is a stockpile. I believe you can make stockpiles sort of wherever for free. And it just holds logs and just the basic, resources. Storage barn holds the rest of the stuff. Markets, we got trading posts. So I expect, if I was new to, actually first, there's one more thing I want to do before we start building. Let's look at some of our people. So we got some information on people. Citizens, do they not have names? Oh yeah, they do have names. You just have to look very closely. This is Buella. She is happy and healthy and 18 years old, and she's even educated. Isn't that amazing? So that's cool. You can see what they're going to carry. You can center on them. I don't think she has a house or anything, probably the problem. Cool. Lots of good information. So, you can see about the people. We got Alice. We got Maverick. 12-year-old. I think considered an adult because he's looking for a tool. The kids, I don't know when you turn into an adult, but between 9 and 12, I guess. Kids, you know, they don't... It's the olden days. They grow up quick. They grow up fast. Also, 1-year-olds know how to walk around on their own, too, by the way. They know 1-year-olds can go find clothing on their own. It's amazing. This is a smart child. Okay, so, anyway, you know, a little bit of planning for our city might be smart. First thing I'd want to do in the wilderness is probably make sure our food supply is good, and shelter, I guess. Maybe shelter should be first. So, let's queue up some houses. Wooden house. Also, there's a shortcut for this. Oh, it's F3 and then 1. Okay, well, I'm not going to worry about that right now. Like, I don't know. We're going to do farming and stuff. I really don't know how I'm going to lay things out. We'll probably do some fishing on the river, or maybe by the little lake here. That might be a good spot for a fishery. I think one of the things you're going to want to get relatively quick is a, what are they called? I was looking through all this stuff before I started recording. A gatherer's hut. I think this is like one of your standard early game sort of, you know, they just go gather berries and stuff. It's pretty basic. You know, so we're going to want like a gatherer's hut and a hunting cabin pretty early. But I think we'll start with the actual houses. So let's get on with it. We'll start by just building some houses over here. For now, this will be our little city center, even though I have no idea if this is a good spot or not. Let's, how do you rotate these? Q and E rotates the screen. Mouse button. Sorry, guys. There we go. So R rotates. You know, that makes sense. R and T. R is clockwise, T is counterclockwise. Cool. So, you know, let's just build like 4 houses. Sure. I'm going to build them sort of facing a road in the middle. And I'll queue up the road just because. I think I'm just going to start with a stone road just so I know, you know, like this is a road. I want the road to be there, for instance. And I think it will take some work. So let's let the game start. Let's see what these people do. Build me my houses, or build yourself houses so you don't freeze to death. I mean, if it's like 1 degree out in the morning, it'd probably freeze overnight. You wouldn't want to be sleeping on the ground. I can't imagine it would be good for you. So what are these people doing? She's working. Okay, so these guys are like, they're building my road. I prefer you build the houses first, but maybe I should prioritize the houses. Can you do that? Let's see. Well, actually, they're coming along. These guys are working pretty quick. I think the idea here is the builders have to build the stuff, and the laborers are the one that carry the goods around. Maybe I need more builders if I really want to rush this. Let's just rush it. Get this stuff built right now. You guys want to have houses before nighttime. I don't know, how long does it take to build a house with 10 people working on it? Got 10 people working on 4 houses. The time doesn't go by days, I don't think. It just sort of goes by months, or early spring, middle spring. Seems like they're building these houses pretty quick. Looks good to me. I feel like, hey, that was successful. So, Trentus and Cade have moved in. They've got a fine house. It's got a little smokestack, chimney, you might call it. It's a nice little place. They get the first house. So, if there's only 2 people per house, we're probably going to need more than 4. Maybe they'll share. Alright, I've got 3. So this is Maverick, Fella, and McKalen, who's a kid. And then, oh, this one's got lots of people, alright. Anto, Magnally, Winfrederick, Nobertha, and Nobertha was the smart child who could walk at 1, which is not unusual, but she could walk outside on her own. And then Calinet. Cool. Alright, okay, hold on. Now everything's done. Let me pause the game here before we waste any time. Temperature is actually not bad, but it's definitely raining. So, I mean, that's a good start, right? How's our resources? We definitely spent a fair amount of our resources. Oops, wrong button. Just getting that started. Let's see. I think there's like a gather command. Remove resources. Harvest trees, collect stone. Okay. So, I think it's fair to maybe collect some of the stuff near our city, and then we'll build our And then we'll work on building our gathering hut. I think that's iron? Is that iron? I mean, it's probably iron. Surface iron? I love it when Dwarf Fortress gives me surface iron. It hardly ever happens. Do we get surface coal as well? So collect some stones. Sure, there's lots of stones. Collect some iron. There's a little bit of iron there. Yeah, that's definitely iron up there. We'll just collect a little bit of it. And maybe chop a few trees down. Just the tree is really close to our base. Alright. Yeah, just get started, right? And let's build a little bit more roads. Let's keep the builders, busy. I believe, if I understand correctly, that if there's nothing to build, they default back to a laborer, basically. I think. Although it's like their job is still assigned as builder, they'll still go do like the default labor. So if we follow people around, he's a builder, but there's not. Well, I guess there is something to build. So maybe they'll build this road first. We'll see if that's how it works. Build the road, and then we'll find out if they just go do like laborer jobs. You don't have to assign like lumberjacks and miners. I think that just counts as labor. Well, maybe woodcutter. No, I think woodcutters. I think these are all for buildings. Like, we're going to have a building that does wood cutting, and then you have to assign them there. I think. I mean, there is stonecutter and miner. I take it back. Maybe you do have to do that. We'll see what our people do. Anyway, that road built pretty quickly. That's nice. Also, so this is our builder. He is picking up resources just fine. I didn't change anything around, even though technically there's only 2 late. So yeah, you don't need miners for this. They figure it out. These people, they're smart. They're not dumb. I want to see someone chop a tree down, so I know that that's going to happen too. They're definitely breaking these rocks up nice and quick. Good work, guys and gals. Bring your children! I like this forest. This is nice. I don't want to chop it all down. I think it looks nice. I'd like to keep our little hamlet kind of in the center. Oh, now, wait a second. Okay, we still need more homes. Okay, hold on. Before we get too crazy here, let's see. What I'm going to do this time is we're going to put a split, and then we'll keep this going this way, and we're going to build... We'll just build 2 more for now. Alright. Once we've got homes for everybody, that's probably 1 spare home. Well, there's 3 people with no homes. Hopefully it's just 1 family, but... I think when we started, it did say that the game was, it started us with 5 families. So I should have known 5 buildings, 5 houses was the way to go. But it's fine. We'll build those homes. We'll get some of the basic iron and stuff, brought back to the stockpile here. And then we'll start working on some, what am I trying to say? Some food and gathering and stuff. I mean, we're going to need food, right? We already went through... Didn't we start with like 1,800 food? Yeah, okay, so it kind of went to the buildings. Yeah, so the people, like, take the food to their house, and then they eat from their house. And I think if we have a market, then the market brings the food to the market, and then the people only have to go to the market and bring the food to their house. It saves overall trip time. There's a lot of, like, efficiency. Kind of like, when we were playing Factorio. And I like stuff like that. So we got lots of potatoes. This is the totally Irish settlement. Firewood and potatoes. How come this guy has 500 potatoes? And this guy has 100? This guy is a greedy goose. Do they get 100 per each person in their family or something? This guy only has 100. He's got 3. Man! You give those potatoes back, you greedy. Who is this? Anto? What the heck? He even took more firewood than the other guys. Considerably more. Oh, you're a jerk. You better watch out or your neighbors are going to find out. I'll tell them. This guy's hogging all the firewood and potatoes. We still got 1,000 potatoes, though. We're doing okay. If I understand correctly, to keep our health up, we're going to need to get more food than just potatoes. Because, you do need more than that eventually. I mean, you could live off potatoes for quite a while, I'm sure. But eventually you're going to want, like... some carrots. Maybe some eggs or something. So we got lots of iron to pick up. How's our... We got a little bit of iron. We don't really need iron for much right now, but I figured I might as well pick up a little bit right at the beginning. And stone is actually higher than we started. Maybe it would have been possible to just build stone houses right off the bat. I don't know. Looks like the travel time is going to be the key here. Things went quickly at first because we didn't have to go very far. But now people are walking around a lot farther. They're going slow. Either that or they're getting tired. Just slowly walking around. Magnally. So who doesn't have a house? This guy. Atlas. Is he sad because he doesn't have a house? He should be sad. Everyone else has a house. Iron tools. I think you can get like steel tools as well. There's probably better clothing than fair. We'll learn all about it. Oh wait, there's deer. Alright. Kill him. I've never seen a deer just stand there while you walk that close to them. They generally bolt as soon as they can smell you, let alone hear you mining 5 feet away or maybe 20 feet away. Yeah, I know, Celsius and feet. Canada is weird. We use the metric system mostly, except for like weight and height of people. Otherwise, it's mostly metric. Do we need to speed it up? Nah. Let's watch them build this house. Wish I could zoom in a little bit more. Also, professional Ankylo forgot to start his timer again, so we'll just go until I stop. I'd like to get at least the first houses and maybe the some food started before I end the episode, just so you know that we'll be okay while you're waiting. Alright. Finish your house. Oh wait, the food is definitely going down. Well, it's not really going down. I guess, I mean, the potatoes get eaten, but it's more like each house has a ton of food in it. I mean, we went through an entire month and ate, like, I don't know, 30 potatoes per house, give or take. So if they didn't just hoard it all, if you didn't have, you know, 440 potatoes, we'd have lots of food for everyone for quite a while. I guess that's what you get on a normal start. Still nobody's cutting the trees down. Let's try just a woodcutter here and see if that helps. No, this guy got the woodcutter job. He's definitely not cutting down trees. Somebody else. Okay, you know what? I think I was right on my first guess that you don't really need to do it like that. Yeah, people are going to chop these trees down on their own. I think maybe they're just prioritizing picking up stuff first. But yeah, this is a builder who's doing labor chopping down a tree. Good. Because I do think I need a little bit more for wood for when I build. Okay, so we got an extra house. Everybody has somewhere to live. Oh yeah, we're gonna need firewood too, right? How come you moved out? Win Frederick? Oh, he's an adult now. So one of our kids grew up and he just took over the house right away. Alright, well I'm glad I built you a house, but you know, you could have just lived with your parents for a while. Now you've got no food. Okay. Well, let's get to work on the food business. Apparently, we have a problem with food reserves. There's still some potatoes in there. If Frederick hurries up, he can get a little bit of food, but he better not mess around for much longer. Okay, so food. We obviously have wasted too much time not building anything. So, the way I think this works is you want to build the gatherer's hut not surrounded by buildings, because there'd be nothing to gather, but somewhere out, you know, relatively close to town, but, like, close enough to town so they don't have to walk forever, but far enough away that they can, be more efficient, I think. So we'll put a gatherer's hut down there, and we'll even queue up a road, because the roads seem to build really quickly. We'll just build a dirt road up to the hut. I totally managed to line it up. I should have built the road first if I was smart. And I don't know. We're going to find out. But I'm also going to build a... where is it? Food. No, that's not food. That's resources. I want the apple. The apple's for food. I'm also going to build a hunting cabin. And we're going to see... I don't know for sure if you have to build it like around where the deer are. I don't know if there's like deer spawns or what. For now, I'm just going to put it over here. And if our town grows this way, we'll eventually demolish these and move them out further. But I think for now, I want to keep them close to where the people are, instead of like thinking, well, I'm going to have houses all around here eventually, so I better build my gatherers way over in the mountains so that it takes, you know, a year and a half for people to walk back and forth. That's my thinking. So we got lots of builders. Let's tone it down a little bit on the building. I mean, I do want to get this road built quick and have the people get out there before too much longer. Nobody is starving, so Frederick managed to get some potatoes. That's good. I think once we've got these two built, we'll have some basic food income. Then I'll build a forester's lodge, which should give us passive tree stuff. I was looking at this. So woodcutter, that's... No. Forester, yeah. Forester's lodge. It's supposed to cut down trees and plant seedlings. So we'll put that over here as well. And then we'll put a woodcutter sort of in town, and that will give us firewood. And then at the very least, we've got the basic foods and heating covered. Now, it is probably going to be warm enough that the fact that this guy's got no firewood's probably not a problem. I mean, it's 22 degrees. I wouldn't have the fire on. So, got to keep an eye on that event log. They're definitely cutting the trees down, though. That's good to see. So the laborers are just doing all that stuff. That's good. I think they've gathered all the stuff. I wonder if there's like an idle pop-up that tells you like so-and-so's are idle. So we've got 100 iron. I don't need any more iron for a fair while. We still need more logs. Stone looks pretty good. Maybe I'll queue up a little bit more logging. Let's log some down here a little bit with our laborers. Well, I'd kind of prefer them to get this stuff... Actually, okay, hold on. Remember that priority thing I was talking about? Let's prioritize... Can we not? Increase the priority of work being done in an area. Okay, it did queue up people to start working on it. I didn't even notice that. So, there are now 3 out of 3 people working on this. Total number of workers. Okay, maybe that did work. Because there's only 2 on the hunting cabin. So 3 builders went to this, I guess? Maybe that's what's going on? I don't know. As long as it gets built, I don't really care. But the sooner the better, seriously. People are going to starve. The reserve of logs. Yeah, I know. That's why I was going to chop down some more trees. We'll get there. Now, I assume when you... Maybe building this road was a bad idea. They're spending all their time building the road instead of building the gatherer's hut. Actually, maybe it's like we're running out of logs is the problem. We've still got 11 logs stored. We have enough to build it if they would just carry them over there. Let's queue up some more log cuttery. I don't really care about the stone and iron right now. Just chop down some trees here. So, as you can probably guess, I'm going to plan to build 2 more houses here. And we got 2 little 4x4 sections. We'll see how I expand from there. Oh, also, there's that command I wanted to check out. Paths. Apparently that guy's... Oh, maybe no one has... Yeah. Oh, there we go. So this is someone who lives here. I thought this was a cool little thing. Who lives in that house and is working to build that. It doesn't mean they work there yet because it's not assigned. But they are trying to build over there. Okay. Maybe once I've got some stuff built in this section, I'll make a little sort of outpost over here with a couple houses as well. I don't know. I'm not sure how I need to do it. But I was thinking because these things look to be like non-town compatible, I wanted to build, you know, a cabin, gatherer's hut, maybe a couple houses, maybe a, I think there's like herbalists and stuff eventually, if I want to get those. Herbalists theoretically could gather herbs out here as well. Is that it? Is there anything else that you put out in the wilderness? Orchards, feed crops. Should get a fishing dock before too long too. Oh, you know what I just remembered? I think something smart to do for this kind of situation where there's a bunch of stuff in the way of the building is you put a where is it? Storage. you put a little temporary stockpile over here, right? I want to put it like there. So that designates, is that no? Oh, it's because I had, I can't have any red area stockpile. Okay, that designates into the stockpile. So all the stuff that we just tore down, they can just move to there and then carry it to where it needs to be built. Yeah, okay. Should have done that earlier. That probably would have saved a lot of time. I didn't have to worry about it when we were building our first houses because it was pretty close by anyway. But yeah, that would have been smart. Anyway, this is getting built. Good, good, good. Need to get some laborers to carry some logs and some stone over here before too much longer. So let's see. He picked up some stone. Tell me you're just dropping it off here. You're not dropping it off here. Oh, they do have to build it. See, I was wrong. So even to build a stockpile, they have to remove stuff from inside of it. Although it seemed to maybe get automatically picked up. Is that gonna work? Okay. So it's almost automatic, except you have to clear it of stuff. Now people can move stuff into. Okay, that's actually cool. So you don't even need to designate chopped trees. You could just build a stockpile over. You know, if I want to get some stone, I could just build a stockpile there, and it would just all fill up, sort of. All right, here we go, guys. This is the big one. This is what we need. We need to feed the people. We only have 166 potatoes left. I hope I haven't starved everyone already and already lost the game by taking too long here. And don't tell me you guys quit at the last second. Alright, thank you very much. Gatherer's Hut. So, we have our first, like, working job, and no one's assigned to it, so that's what that little question mark means, probably. We can either assign to it from here for this specific one, or you can assign here, and this would, like, if you had, like, 2 gathering huts, and you assign 2 people, I think it splits between the 2 of them, for instance. Or you could put 2 on this one and then 0 on another one manually. Also, we're having babies, too. Good. More mouths to feed in the poor settlement. Anyway, what we really want to do here is get this thing working. It also shows out of 4, so there we go. For now, I think we really need to get the food going. Now, we only have 11 workers total. So I can't afford to have, like, you know, tons and tons. We'll get this built. It's actually coming along pretty quickly. If they just move the stone over. And then maybe I'll start a Forester's Guild as well. If I can, what I'd like to have is the Foresters started and the Wood Splitter started before much longer. And then I would consider this a good first episode. So let's see someone who's gathering. This is a gatherer. This is, we'll call him Winterfresh. And he's going out into the woods to, I almost wish I could make this a little bit larger, honestly. There's no enlarge button. A little bit larger font to read would be nice. So he's gathering. He found some roots. So he found 16 pieces of food, I think. Good work, buddy. Good work, Winterfresh. Alright, how's this thing doing? We got enough logs. There was stone, like, literally next door. You didn't need to go that far. Our wood supplies are okay. What I'm going to do is, before this is even finished, the builders need to finish it now. I want to queue up a harvester, because I'll let the laborers do. The laborers are probably doing nothing by now, so we want Forester's Lodge, okay? And I don't want to move it towards the city. I want to keep it on this side. Yeah, I think this will be fine. I might even leave one space so that people can zip in and out from beside it. There we go. And this has been prioritized. We've got 3 builders on it. Oops. Let's queue up a couple more roads to connect this all up. And so I'll have space for like a herb here, and then I'll probably build a couple houses for people that work out here, because right now the people that work out here will still live way over here, so they have to walk way back and forth to get food and to sleep and stuff. And that's, you know, inefficient. We don't want that. Not that there's any jobs in town at all, so I'm probably not going to worry about building a secondary housing unit until after we've got, like, you know, the lumberjack and or the wood splitter and the something else for these people that live over here to do, basically. We definitely have enough iron, though. That's not a problem. So this is a laborer who's transporting some onions that we must have dug up. Look at that! Our food supplies are now on the positive. Hopefully we made it before everyone's about to starve. I mean, they still have 300 potatoes. They're fine. 200 potatoes. Almost 400 potatoes there. 230 potatoes. 150. This guy's only got a couple, but there's only 3 people. And this guy, he's only got 76 potatoes, but for one guy, right? Winter Fresh. He's even the one that went and found some roots. Maybe he can have a bite of root while he's out. So make some root beer, something like that. Okay. Our hunting cabin's almost done. That'll give us another way to get food. Got 3 out of 3 builders. Got 2 out of 2 builders over there. Hopefully doing something. Probably have to chop down the tree. Let's speed this up, because I want to get to the end of this before the episode's up. It goes pretty quick at 10 times. You could easily miss out on important things like babies being born. Alright, hunting cabin. I'm gonna cut the builders down to like 2. And then we're gonna take 3 hunters, because I'm worried about food right now. I'll probably have to cut down the number of people working here, because between hunting, gathering, getting trees, and then chopping logs, that will probably be more than 11 jobs. I betcha. And we still need somebody to build at that point. But we got some hunters, hopefully. We'll follow the hunters next episode. I just want to get a little bit more progress before we end. We got another child born. We got 2 summer children. We're actually having a lot of children born, which is good. It's just, you know, I'm worried about the food here. It's actually going up pretty good. We're up to 300 food already. That's good. Okay, I think maybe I don't need to worry too much about hunting. I don't know. What does that mean? Is that, oh, does that turn it on or off? Okay, this turns it off completely. Okay, no, we don't want to do that. Hunting cabin. Okay. Okay, this thing is, supplies are ready, so I want to queue up one last building for today before we wrap up. Let's queue up, because people are complaining about lack of firewood. Let's try to get another basic covered. Oh, maybe I should build a well too. Well, we'll worry about that next time. That sounds important. Where's the thing? It's our first, like, non-producing, it's like a industry, town service. Maybe, no? I'm sure I saw it. Oh yeah, there you go. Woodcutter, okay. We'll put the woodcutter right here. Kind of in between the resource gatherers and then the resource consumers. Let this thing get finished. Forester Lodge. How many? I don't even know how many people are going to need to work here necessarily, so we may run out of people pretty quick. Alright, so it is... You're allowed to cut trees down and plant new trees. Perfect. Up to 4 people. And we really don't have very many spare people right now. Let's... I'm going to steal 1 person from the gatherer, 1 person from the hunter, and then put 2 people here. Oh, no, not woodcutter. 2 people to, where is it? Forester. So it'll work at like half efficiency or something, and then these 2 will work at like almost full efficiency. But assumedly, our food is going up. We just need to get our wood going up as well. Hopefully we have enough wood ready to build this thing. Oh yeah, it's almost done. Wow. So once this is done, I think we'll call it a wrap. The reserve of logs is low. Yeah, well, I'm working on it. Alright. So, the woodcutter should turn woods. Now, we don't have a whole lot of logs, but it should turn logs into firewood, and then eventually this guy will get some firewood. so that he doesn't freeze to death in the winter. Although it's not that cold yet. It is autumn already. We've already gone through 2 seasons, all the way through spring and summer. And all we managed to do was build 6 houses and some basic goods. Anyway, I think that's a good first episode, right? Yeah, it's good stuff. Oh, I have to at least assign someone. Oh, woodcutter is just 1 person. Okay, that's not bad. I feel like I'm really short on people. I don't know if I should even expand much more until I get more people. Maybe more houses or something. I think when people grow up, when you hit 10, they'll move out. Nobody is ready to move out of their parents' house yet. So, like, the way I'm reading this, Tanis will want to move out in 2 years. We've got tons of time for that. Calinet is a couple years away. Yeah, so we've got lots of time. Alright, I think that will do for our first episode. So, hope you all have enjoyed, and we'll continue having some fun in the Banished Lands as I try to learn what the heck I am doing. Thanks for watching, hope you have enjoyed, and have a great day.